The number of touchdowns he scored on the ground, every week that total just goes up and up. The Seahawks going up against the Saints. With that, standing by is our commentary team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes downtown New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of the 2016 NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5th-year quarterback, a Super Bowl champion in 2014. It's Russell Wilson.
And hasn't it been fun watching the maturation of Russell Wilson as a quarterback? Because I think that Seattle did a great job of protecting him early, making sure they ran the heck out of the football, played great defense, careful with him throwing the ball. But as time has gone on, they don't have to protect him anymore. He's just a legit starting quarterback, one of the best in the league. What's his overall record? 46-18 as a starter?
Yeah, coming in. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. The first play from scrimmage? Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. Still on his feet. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice regular drills, but how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day, get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 7 76 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural...
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, nice move. He won't go down. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple, partner.
Yeah. And you know how superstitious these guys can be.
Oh, there's no doubt, right? If you put your left sock on first and you have this kind of game, you'll keep doing it. In this case, let's investigate that pregame meal. We might need some of that.
Yeah, right. It's working. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Bulldozes past him. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you. But for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game. And no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal. Not from the defensive point of view.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. And an alley to run. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flip it over to the other side of the ball, what are they going to hang their hat on? There was 1 possession. They held them to no score whatsoever. That's where they're...
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, a little 360. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Now, that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now, if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Ooh, with a juke. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
Still fighting for more. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, that was a great example of what we've been told from the time we first put on pads as little guys in the backyard. Effort will be rewarded if you keep giving it. And how about that run? Broke through a couple of tackles, refused to go down, legs churning. I like what I saw there.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll run it on the toss. What a spin. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans.
Let's go, guys. We need to stop right here, defense.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. Oh, the hurdle. Oh, and down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Joining only Gale Sayers as men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Brandon, he's on his way to a big day. He's punched in a couple already, and you know he's seeking more.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll pay. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. Setting the NFL mark with his 7th touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their...
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, guys.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Watch left, tight end to the left, tight end left. Check. Alert.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, the spin. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there, extending the NFL record with his 8th touchdown of the game. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Let's go, guys.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And look out. I think he's going to go. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Shattering the NFL record with his 9th touchdown. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
Can't be any more fun than that play for a back. A long running play that results in a touchdown. He's going to grin all the way back to the bench.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans.
Let's go, Brown. Let's go.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here.
They were stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra to look. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 7-yard run, but it does. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This will be fielded at the 17. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. Making a mockery of the NFL record books with his 10th touchdown of the game. And this Seahawks offense continues. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
We got 4. Easy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Still on his feet. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 14 there. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
That long run for a touchdown is a great example of, if you get it back to the second level, anything can result, and it's usually something good.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
They juked him, and power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there, 9 yards, but it still leaves them with work to do on 3rd and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. 3rd down and goal from the 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Able to punt. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Taking it about the 16. "35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They come out here in the I. Now they try the right side here. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Nice play, baby, nice play. 19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And this Seahawks offense continues. Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
14.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. 20, 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. That's one of those runs where you're thinking, is he going to run out of steam before he crosses the chalk? But he did not.
And whatever piano he had on his back, he was able to shed and make sure he got to the end zone. A terrific, electric play.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. Oh, he bowls over him. Shreds the tackle. And there he goes again. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. Finding the end zone yet again. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder.
As he's on to punt for New Orleans.
Let's go, guys. Come on now, let's go.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Man left. Hey, four down. Check 1080. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Trick three.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup there on the run. 33 yards. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Stiff-armed him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. And from the 9-yard line now, it's first and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Ball spotted at the 4. It's second and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. Finding the end zone yet again. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. This will be taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They come out here in the I. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. There he goes right side. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
And this is the kind of day a running back dreams of. They keep handing him the ball, and he keeps taking it in for touchdowns.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They block.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go, Stans! Make some noise!
And taken right on the 30. Oh, he's hit. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. You hate every fumble. You really hate that. You're going to have great field position, and then he coughed it up.
But they went.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This is taken at the 18. And he's loose again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long.